Hey guys, what's going on? Justin from 79th Productions, and today we're gonna be wrinkle painting the valve cover, and I'm gonna show you guys what you need to do it. So, you know, we'll get to it, we'll just jump into it, but first I'll show you what you need. 10mm ratchet to take off the valve cover, the Wrinkle Plus red. Now, I went to so many different auto parts stores, none of them had it, but O'Reilly's was able to order it for me. Aircraft paint stripper, and some mask, wire brush, rags, and some gloves, because you don't want to get any of this paint stripper on you. And make sure you wear some eye protection as well, because you don't want the paint stripper on you. You know, it'll burn your skin. You know, protect your eyes, and wear a mask when you're using this stuff, when you're painting and stuff like that. So yeah guys, let's get to it. We got some water here. Now, just gonna pour it on the rag, and we're gonna clean it off, wipe it down with the water. And what you guys got under with this paint remover, the water neutralizes it. So here's a quick and easy tip on how to get perfect lines, perfect edges around your masking tape, so that you can cover these holes up and it looks pretty good. But what you want to do is put the tape on it, and then you're going to take a piece of sandpaper and just sand around the outside edges. You're going to do this till you see the tape start to break through the metal. Well, the metal start to break through the tape, and you want to make sure to get it all around. And then you want to peel up slowly. You want to see it's starting to lift up. So in that little spot right there, I need to sand it a little bit more. That way it doesn't peel up. But once you do that, you start to peel up slowly. And if you can see, you got perfect edges around there. So when you paint, it's not going to get into the hole in the valve cover, into the spark plug hole, and you got perfect edges. Alright, here's what we're going to do now. We're just going to wipe it off, get all the sanding dust off of it. So, right before we paint, that way it sticks fine. See all the dust coming off. take some tape and mask around the Honda motor go. And that way, if I scratch it with the razor, it'll be fine. I'm gonna take my razor and just lightly skim the top of the letters. This should come off really easy. You don't have to press too hard. You can see it's already coming off. When you do this, it's going to contrast some of that red, and it's going to just make it look a lot better. And since it's textured paint, it comes up pretty easy, and it, you know, the razor grabs to it, so, well, cuts through it pretty well. You can see I'm bringing up the whole letter, you know, every time I pass through it, so it's cutting through it pretty good. Now that I use the razor, I'm just gonna come at it with some sandpaper and try to clean up the Honda sign. You know, this is gonna make it look a lot better. So you don't have to do this, but it's gonna make it look a lot better. And as you can see, it's already starting to look better. Now we're just going to take the tape off that I used to tape up all of these places that I didn't want any tape to get on. And when you pull the tape away, you want to pull it away from the edge. That way you don't lift the tape up anywhere. You don't lift the tape up anywhere where there's paint that you don't want to come off. But you see, guys, that little whole sanding trick around the edge, look at that. Perfect. That's what you want to see. It looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks really good. And if you can see, it's coming out like that on all of them. So that's good. Pretty much all you got to do is pull these little seals out. These are what stop oil from going into the spark plugs on top of the spark plugs. So yeah, just pull them out and then remove the old gasket, and now it's ready for the new gasket. So everything is gonna pretty much go in the same way that it came out. You're just gonna kind of feel around and set it into the groove. So yeah, you can't really put this on wrong. But yeah, that's all you're gonna do is feel around, put it into the groove, make sure it's seated in there, and that's it. It's really simple. And to put the other ones back in, now to put the spark plug seals back in, you have to make sure, well, let me align this first. Let me get this seated in there right. Yeah, guys, when you're doing this, go around and kind of push it in and make sure it's seated in there right. That way you don't have any problems with it coming up or leaking oil or anything. But yeah, with these, you're going to want to put them in the same way you pulled them out. There's going to be a little lip around here. I don't know if you can see it there, but there's a little lip there, and that's going to be facing the top part. And that's it. Just press them in, and it's easy as that. Setting it in is fairly simple. Just make sure your seals are still sitting in there, and just drop it down slowly, and that's it. Press down on it to make the seal seat. So here's what we're going to do with these. These are the little tops that seat down on them. the valve cover set came with them, and they just sit down in the hole. This is going to kind of center the valve cover on those little studs, and you know, that's it. It's pretty simple to do this. So there we have those. I'm gonna set the bolts right here, and what you're gonna want to do here is just, I'm putting the spark plug wire holders back in, and you're gonna just tighten these bolts, these little nuts, and that's it. It's gonna be good to go. So it's a fairly easy job to do this. You know, if you got an afternoon and you want your engine to look a lot better, at least your valve cover to look a lot better, you know, guys, this is a 1, 2, 3. Now what I do have to do, I do have to scratch this. I forgot to take that off. This is going to be where the ground is, so I got to scratch that and, you know, give it a clean surface to ground to, and I'm good to go with it. There it is. Put all your hoses back in. That's there. Oil cap. Now, gotta set all the spark plugs back in, the spark plug wires. Just make sure you hear a snap. And that's it. And alright guys, we just finished this and it is looking good. Now I did paint this in the cold, so there's a little mark right here, but it's not really that noticeable. But you know, it's something that I wish I would have done a little better, but it was pretty cold outside, so I can't really, you know, it's not really that bad for what it is. It makes it look a lot better. The wrinkle red just makes the engine look a lot better. So yeah guys, but I hope you like these videos. This is something that you can do it in a couple of hours, and you know, the longest, what takes the longest is letting the wrinkle dry. Now I use the heat gun. If you don't have a heat gun, just make sure it's hot outside and the sun will take care of it for you. And do 3 light coats. You know, I kind of went a little heavy, that's why I had that little run. I don't know if it was because I went heavy or it was because it was cold, but yeah, so do 3 light coats of it. Let it sit in the sun if you don't have a heat gun. If you don't, you know, my heat gun, I think I got it for like $8 in Harbor Freight. So if you don't have a heat gun, go get it. The spray was $10 and the paint remover was $5. So, you know, in total, you know, $15 to do this. So it's not really bad. Oh, plus the seals, I got those, the gaskets and seals, I got those on eBay for I think $6. So yeah, so $20, something you can do on a weekend, less than a weekend, a day, and you'll enjoy it. It'll make your engine look a lot better on your car. But guys, thanks for watching this video. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at 79th Productions, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. God bless you guys.